And we are on. All right. Well, happy Sunday, everybody. It's great to see all of your amazing faces. I'm super, super honored. And it's just a pleasure to be here and be invited to do the Sunday night training along with Dr. Chrissy, who I'll be introducing. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Stephanie Kroon. I have been with LifeVantage for 2 years and just have had an amazing experience the last 2 years. This going down as being one of them. So really great opportunities that have come into my life the last couple of years. Have had life-changing stories with my family, and just am honored to be able to share some great information with you this evening too. So I want to start by introducing Dr. Christy. So I had the privilege of meeting her a year ago, actually this month. And I met her actually at the Pro-Fi Summit in Park City, Utah. And we both live here in Arizona. I had not met her before. But how cool was it that in that small setting that we were able to meet one another and really be able to connect and then and keep that relationship going. And here we are doing the Zoom together and a training together as well. So it's pretty cool. So if you haven't been to Pro-Fi Summit, get that on your vision board and get that on your list of places you need to be, because the relationships, the people that you meet, and the relationships that you're able to foster because of who you've met there are absolutely life-changing. So just want to introduce Dr. Christy to you. So she is a chiropractor, third-generation chiropractor, and it lives in Gilbert, Arizona, and practices with her husband, Scott, in Gilbert. They have a thriving practice, and I am going to go ahead and have her take over. She is going to share the Vitality Stack with us tonight, and then I'll pop over and finish up with some business, talking about follow-up and the close. So bear with me. I need to find you, Chrissy, and unmute you. There you go. You're
Perfect. Right. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate it, and also I'm very excited to be here. This is a new experience for me, so I'm really thankful for it. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about me. What got me interested is at the time when I was introduced to this, my grandpa had gotten lost and was picked up by the police with Alzheimer's. And so obviously when I first took a look at this, it was top of mind. When I saw that oxidative stress and all the list of all the different things that were going on, we all know people that are going through different things. So always keep that in mind. Maybe they don't have anything going on, but they always have someone in their life that is suffering with something. So that was top of mind. Again, our daughter years ago had gotten very sick and presented with RA. So listen, I always keep my eyes open. We've used nutrition in our practice. My dad and my grandpa also did nutrition in their practices. So it's been part of my life from the get-go. So when I saw this, I was super excited and passionate about it. So I'm really excited to kind of share with you some slides that we've seen that I just saw again last week at LVA. And like they tell us, don't recreate the wheel. When you see something that's good, share it, because we all learn something new. I just saw it, I know, in Kansas City, but I just saw it again last week, and I thought this would be a great time to share that with you. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up these slides. Hold on. No, I'm not. I got to share my screen first. Hello. Technology. Tell you. All right. Okay. All right. So what we're going to talk about is keeping it simple, basically. And this is an example: bad guys versus good guys. So when people think, well, why would I need this? What is so special about NRF2? You can say, well, listen, we have toxins in our food. We know this, we're sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, you name it. We have chemicals all over the air as far as pollution, you name it. We think about our cell phones and Wi-Fi. That stuff didn't exist years ago. So we're being exposed to a lot of things that we never used to many, many years ago. And we all know about direct antioxidants. Direct antioxidants neutralize free radical damage with a 1-to-1 ratio. Think of that as fruits, vegetables, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. Those are all great, and you should still do that. But the biggest difference in activating with our synergistic blend of NRF2 is it's 1,800 times more effective. And we're now neutralizing free radicals at 1,000,000 to 1. Who wouldn't want 1,000,000 to 1 versus 1 to 1? That blew my mind, and that's really what got my attention right off the bat. Was like, well, wait a minute, I know what direct antioxidants are. We all have heard of those, but that's what's so different, special about this. What I do like, as an example, is if there's a fire, Do you want someone to throw a Dixie cup of water on it, or would you rather the sprinkler system inside of your house basically handle all the inflammation, handle all of the fire, if you will? So what that's doing by using the NRF2 activation is it's literally activating your body cells or the sprinkler system inside your cells to clean it up quicker. So that's just a quick example of NRF2. NRF1, this is all about your mitochondria. Your mitochondria are your powerhouse of your cell. They're the ones that are producing the energy or your ATP in your cells. People might wonder, why would they need mitochondria? Anything to work with their mitochondria. Most people may not even know what it is, or they forgot about it. It's been proven, and you'll see this in the bottom there, that we know mitochondrial dysfunction is responsible in one of the underlying issues to many of these things. As a chiropractor myself, fibromyalgia, look at that, Alzheimer's, diabetes, these things are common, they're out there, they're everywhere. But what about just someone who may not be having something huge like that? Maybe it's just that they're feeling yucky, don't have great energy, which is most everybody. So what's great, they've blended a blend of 5 ingredients for our NRF1 activation. It protects our cells, it improves our brain function, it improves our heart health. It's just giving us better, improved energy because we're making more mitochondria and also protecting our mitochondria. And they do call this the 1-2 punch. We're able to build up and get our mitochondria functioning, which also does create oxidative stress, but you need that NRF2 to help clean up that extra oxidative stress. So we call it the 1-2 punch. Probiotics are a huge thing, and people wonder why they need them as well. I used to send people to Sprouts and Whole Foods to get different probiotics because I wasn't sure exactly which one to get until I found this one. Why would you need a probiotic? Too much junk in our food, if you will. People drinking soda, sugary drinks, chemicals, again, back with that, chemicals, toxins on our food, too many antibiotics. You think alcohol, pesticides, heavy metals, stress, it's everywhere. So 80% of our immune system is in our guts. We want our gut to be optimally functioning. And then there's also a huge connection between the brain and our gut, the gut-brain axis, if you will. So if your gut's healthy, your brain's going to be functioning better. So our probiotic is special in that we have the BioTrack technology, which allows our probiotic to release properly throughout your system, and over 60% of it will get into the proper areas of your gut, if you will, as opposed to 4% of the probiotics on the market, only 4% actually survive that stomach acid and actually make it to where it needs to go. So we have our BioTrack technology, our time released, it's over 10 to 12 hours releasing at different pHs throughout our gut. And we also have Wellmune, which also supports our immune system. So again, I think I've covered that. People wonder why they need that. Most everyone has got, we've also all heard of leaky gut syndrome. It affects our brain. It can affect every part of our body, not just our gut. So something to think about as people ask questions as to why they would need it. There's a lot of reasons they can use it. And our omegas. Again, I've always used fish oil, but what I love about this fish oil is they've combined omega-3s, omega-7s, and vitamin D. And what would happen in the bad guys? You think of the bad guys, what would happen? You can have joint inflammation. It can affect your heart health, your brain health, nervous system, bone, literally everything. So we ingest too much omega-6s, if you will, in just our normal all-American diet. So here, this is providing us the balance of omega-3s, omega-7s, and vitamin D together. So I love that. It's also a lemon lime flavor because it's processed very quickly in northern waters. So we have clean, non-stinky, pungent oil or rancid oil. They've also made it a lemon lime flavor. So for those of you who have kids, for example, what's nice about this is you're able to, kids can even swallow this, and or they can literally even bite into it. So that's a huge thing because so many, fish oils are terrible, and yet so many kids need them. So I hope this helps a little. I know it's brief. I only have a short time to talk about it. I will talk about a couple of things of why I basically, this is it, keep it super simple. Using the stack together synergistically, you're hitting all of the systems. You're reducing your inflammation, you're improving your energy, you're getting your gut and brain working together with as well as the omega oils. You've got everything working together and hitting your body at basically all systems. And I believe that most of us have all seen that you have improved effect when you use them together because you're literally handling so many things at once. I like to use my grandmother as an example. She's got pretty severe kidney disease. And I obviously, this happened after I'd started, and I got her started, and she takes this Vitality Stack, and her kidney function has changed from less than 20% to over 55%, and she turns 85 on Wednesday. So I'm going to stop and say, you all know where you can't say retreat, cure, mitigate anything, but simply by activating her body, allowing it to function optimally, it's changing things. My daughter, I mean, there's so many stories we all have. So obviously you start with people where they're at, but if it's at all possible, it's best, and then we'll see the best results by activating with a Vitality Stack. We have our NRF2, decreasing cellular stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% within 90 days. Who wouldn't want slowed cellular aging or oxidative stress? Your NRF1 will increase your energy. We all want that. Our omega, fuel for the brain, heart, everything. Probiotic, feed the gut, which ultimately helps the brain. So we're hitting it from every angle. So with that being said, I know that was kind of brief, but I thought it was very simple, and I really appreciate the slides being shared with me, and I hope that was helpful for you. And with that being said, I again appreciate everyone listening in, and I hope that was helpful. And I'm going to introduce Stephanie now.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Miss Stephanie is a holistic nutrition specialist. She is the mom of 3 boys, and like you said, she's been involved with the company for 2 years, and she's going to go over basically the follow-up. We know we've all heard the fortunates and the follow-up, so I think this is a huge topic. I'm super excited to learn from you, Stephanie, and let's get started.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I will share my screen now. And then I had to close some of my tabs so y'all wouldn't see how squirrely I am. How I'm one of those people that has like a million tabs open, so I needed to close some of them. Let me go backwards to the very front. So the success is in the follow-up. That's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. And I really do love this topic, and I want to give you a little bit of background of where I came from. So for 15 years, I was in the pharmaceutical sales industry. And really, I remember at one point thinking, I think I need to call this the pharmaceutical marketing industry, because it really wasn't sales. And I think about that in the career that we have now, which we are in a career. We are in an industry, and this is a profession, and this is a career that we are in. And I look at that and I think, you know, not much different than network marketing either, because if I did not follow up with my physicians, there's 2 things that would happen. 1, they would not prescribe my drug. And number 2, I would literally get fired because I had to call on my physicians a particular amount of times to be able to meet my quota, if you will. So what happens in pharmaceuticals is when a drug is prescribed, that's when I make market share. Well, I can go and call on a physician over and over and over again, but if the drug is not prescribed, I get no market share, right? So when I was in an industry and in a disease state, if you will, is I was selling a product in a particular disease state. And in that one diagnoses, there were 5 drugs. And honestly, they were Me Too drugs, which meant they were all exactly the same. So how was I going to stand out over my competitors? I showed up. I showed up, you guys. That's what I did over and over and over again. And the reason why the physicians, honestly, when you're in a Me Too, the reason why the physicians would choose a product over another is if they can get it on the insurance plan. And if you were showing up and you cared about them and you had a relationship with them and they trusted you, then that would get you the prescriptions written. So really, that's exactly what we're doing here. We are showing up, we are following up, we are following through with exactly what we said. So I'm going to start with the follow-up first. And first of all, I'm going to start with facts. And this is what you are not, my friends. You are not desperate and you are not needy. You are not. So don't show up that way. Here's what you are. You are a business owner. You are a professional. It's all about your posture. Be confident. Listen to what Dr. Chrissy just said. We have rock star products that can change people's lives. Be confident in what you have and show up with that. It really is about serving others because you have these products that can change people's lives. And if willing and open, you also have a business that can change people's lives. And ultimately, it's about how hungry you are, for the success that you want? Are your actions on a daily basis matching what your goal is and what you said you want? So here's a couple follow-up key points to achieving your goals. So follow-up is motion. It's about actively doing something every day so you can move towards your goals. It's never taking your foot off that gas pedal, right? It's actively in motion. It's a strong and effective follow-up strategy is the most underrated secret to your success. Why are we talking about it? Because it's important. It's important to follow up, so it deserves time and it deserves your attention. And so if you ignore it, it will keep you right where you're at and will not let you take the steps towards your goal. So follow-up is where the connection is nurtured and relationship is made. I love this because, like I said, this is all about connection and it's all about relationships. Well, if I don't continue to walk alongside and follow up with you because I know that I have something that can help you, I am ignoring what I feel like I'm called to do. Right? And so it really is nurturing that relationship because people will either join your team, buy your product because they trust you and because you have built that relationship and connection and they want to do life with you, right? So follow up with intent, meaning what is my intention when I follow up? I think that there should be a goal with every single connection that you make, and it can be different every single time. And then how you follow up makes a huge difference, meaning don't make it just about you. It really is about them. So you need to make sure that when you follow up with them, that you are clear that it is about them. Some key points. So I mentioned the word connection. So never leave a connection without scheduling another connection. So I'm really into this word connection. Can you tell? I really, really like it because I really think it's what community, it's what life is all about. It's about connecting and loving on others. And so this is the same in your business. And if you leave an appointment or a conversation or in a connection without your next connection, you have lost control over your business. So here's an example. If I send you an ABC investigative report to watch, can I follow up with you tomorrow at 2:00? So I'm going to now schedule that next connection. Or here's an example, a real life example that happened just a couple of weeks ago for me. I was actually in a naturopathic doctor's office and I was receiving IV therapy. And the guy that was doing my IV, we're chit-chatting. So for those of you who know me, you know that my mouth like never stops. So I'm always talking, and that's beautiful because this business is a business of relationships and asking questions. So I'm asking questions about his job and everything. And we totally hit it off, had this great talk. And I end up saying, "Are you putting glutathione in that IV?" And he said, "Oh, no, they didn't schedule you for that." And I said, "Oh, shoot. Okay, I was really hoping to have it." And he's like, "Yeah, glutathione is amazing." I know, right? So what did I say? Yeah, did you know that we have the opportunity to activate your body to make its own glutathione? Did you know that? No, I didn't know that. Okay, so we need to connect. So would you like to go and have like a cup of coffee or something? Because I got to teach you all about this. He goes, yeah. Immediately got his phone number. We have, and I immediately that night, I'm not going to let time delay. That night I'm on, "Hey, so great to meet you today. I love the conversation that we had. What's your week look like for next week? I have this available." I gave him 3 opportunities and we wait for that to come back, right? But don't let that time go by. So here's a second example that I typed up here. "It's been so great to talk to you. I appreciate you taking the time to look at the product and the business. I know you said you need some time to process this information. So let's schedule our next time to connect." So here's some options I have next week. Always have your next connection scheduled because you know when it gets weird? When you didn't make the next connection and you're texting or you're calling or you're leaving messages on Messenger and you're not getting a response. And that's because that missed opportunity happened of making that next connection. So don't let that happen. You take it right away. The other thing is to stay persistent, but be friendly and be kind. Don't be weird. Let's not be weird, you guys. Let's just be friendly and kind. And remember that people are looking at you as a business person, right? So do I want to be your customer and do I want to be a team member? How are you acting? Because I'm going to judge how you are acting and how you're running your business. I'm going to make a decision if I want to be a part of that. So keep your follow-ups short and precise and to the point. you guys, you're all on here because you love LifeVantage and you love these products. I'm with you. I love, love, love. And we can gather so much information from trainings like this, which is important to do. But like Dr. Chrissy just said, keep it simple. Same thing with your follow-up. Keep it really super simple. So if you promised a person that you're speaking to, a prospect, that you would keep them informed about changes in your business or incentives that we're having or a incentive that the company is having, maybe once a month, that's what you give to them, right? So here's an example. Hey, John, as I promised, I wanted to let you know of an exciting new incentive our company is promoting right now. By the way, we're not doing this right now. This is just an example. We're waiving the starter kit for new distributors, which is a $50 savings. It's the perfect time to jump in and get started. Let me know if you'd like to circle back around and chat about this. Because on your last time that you spoke, you and John, you agreed that he agreed to let you follow up with him with anything new within your company. So take those opportunities to do that. So you never know if John's situation has changed and if he's looking for a new opportunity, and perhaps your message had just dropped in at the most perfect time. So how many times should you follow up, right? That's kind of the question. How many times do I follow up? As many times as it takes, you guys. There's no stopping. You just keep your follow-up because you want to do what you said you're going to do. And what you said you were going to do, if that person did not become a customer or a part of your team, you said that you would keep them informed on what's going on in your business. So you're not done. You just keep doing what you said you were going to do. And multiple follow-ups are needed. So the average time for a follow-up for someone to make a choice and make a commitment is 7 to 15 times. But use common sense with this. You're not going to do a couple of them a day, right? That's annoying. That's the weird thing. That's weird. So you're going to have it make sense. And you're going to maybe once a week follow up with someone. I love giving examples, and I'm very transparent and use my own life. We have a family member that is a realtor in California, and he's rocking his business, and he's really out there on social media, and I love his personality. I actually don't have his phone number, so I Facebook's messaged him and said, you are rocking it in your real estate business. I love to see what you have going on. I, too, have a business in the wellness industry, and it's a new technology. I would love for you to take a look at it. Are you open? And he didn't say anything, and then it went away. The message was like gone. And in my head, I was like, wait, I swear I left that message for him. But I do want to talk to you tracking. I'm going to talk to you that in a second. I do know that I left a message. But in my head, I thought, that's really weird. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to let this be weird. So I leave another message, and I said, super crazy. I really thought I left you a message. And this is what I said. Did you get it? What do you think about this? And he never said he got it or didn't get it, but he texts back, I'm good, thank you. And I messaged back, thank you. Because now I know where he is. Thank you for letting me know where you are. So just an example, right? So the follow-up is all about exposure, 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 exposure. The next exposure, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And then don't let yourself get caught up in negativity because someone's not responding. And I say this because I put this down because this is me too. I've allowed myself to create stories inside of my head that aren't even true. Like, I wonder if this person thinks this or this person thinks this. And that's not real. So don't go there. Don't allow stories to be created. Just keep doing what you know is right and inside of your heart and do the right thing. So one thing that I've implemented into my life is called Follow Up Friday because it was super easy for me. When I said use a system, everybody's so very different. I'm a paper girl. I love my paper. A lot of people are more digital. I get that. So find what works for you. There are apps that you can use, Excel spreadsheets. A lot of people do well with that. But what you need to do is track where you're at with each and every person. And honestly, I don't cross a person off my list, even though my cousin said, no, thank you. It doesn't mean he goes off my list. Now, if he was rude and mean to me, I probably would have crossed him off my list because I don't want anybody rude in my business anyway. But really, if they're just saying no thank you to me, that's no thank you right now, I'm not ready. It doesn't mean he goes away, right? So I have to have a very thorough system in place, and a follow-up Friday made sense to me because it was kind of the close of my business week. So just wanted to share that with you. So when we don't follow up and when we don't do what we say we're going to do, it shows people that we're unreliable. We lose influence and we really lose our brand. That's what we're creating in our business. We're a brand. You have a brand. Whether you know it or not, you have a brand. And don't lose the integrity of that. And you can also have the potential of losing respect because, again, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. So follow up is an action towards your goal. I think about like the time and effort that goes into attending an event, a networking event, a party, anything out in the community that I show up for, and I'm working to show up because I want to meet people so I can share my business. I receive business cards. I always want to be in control, so I receive the business cards, right? Or I receive their information, and then I come home and I do nothing with it. Nothing with it. That blows my mind. Why would we do that? Again, we have nothing to lose, and the hard part was walking out there into the community, showing up, meeting the people. Now it's in your control. You call them and say, this is what I have going on. Are you open to taking a look? Because you've done the work. So now follow up and be a person that people want to do life with. That's what I want to be able to pick my dream team, right? That we all want to do that. So let's go right into the close. And I only have a couple slides for this because I feel like the close is super quick. You've done so much work. I mean, we have our super simple way of presenting our product. We're going to follow up and follow through with our potential prospect. Now we're going to close. So we have presented, the presentation was done properly. We are serious when we present our business. It's our business. It's my livelihood. It's what I'm passionate about. Am I showing up prepared? And then am I at a space where my prospect can give me full attention? Because I deserve that. This is my business and they deserve to hear. And so I say, listen, I'm extremely passionate about my business and I'm taking off with this. And I want to see if it excites you as much as it excites me. Now I'm going to walk into it assuming the close. I walk into it assuming everyone wants to do this. I mean, why wouldn't they, right? I have nothing that's telling me that they would not want to do this. So I ask the question, what did you like best about what I just shared with you? And then they share. And that's information gathering. And then I ask, are there any questions I can answer for you? Now my next 3 statements are, if they say, no, it's great, I love everything, then I say, great, let's get you started. Or great, I'm so excited to watch your health journey as you activate your body. Or great, I'm super excited to have you as a part of my team. Those would be my 3 responses. Now I want to say, if they have questions, I'm going to take you back to the follow-up because now you need to be able to handle their objections and then you need to be able to follow up. Okay? Because now we are in that process of they need more time. So in closing, what if I get a no? What if I get a no? What if I get a no? You will get a no. We will get no's, but this does not stop you. You're not looking to convince people. You are looking for people to see the vision just like you. You are looking for more Dr. Christie's and more Stephanie's. You're looking for those people out there in the world. And they're out there. And it's our job to go out there and find them. So keep yourself connected with this wonderful LifeVantage family that we have. Keep your goals and your visions very close to you. Very, very close to you. And keep your eyes open and always on your vision. And don't let those little things get in your way. So here's my challenge for each of you, because you don't want to leave this without a to-do list, right? So I want you to get off of this Zoom and I want you to look at what your next week looks like. Really look at it. Look at your list. Who can you circle back to and follow up with? Who can you reach out to for the first time? Start to fill your calendar. We are in the last week of August. We have September to rock it so that we all can rank advance and walk across the stage in Long Beach, 1 rank higher, maybe 2 ranks higher. I don't know where you guys are going, but dream big and know that all things are possible, but they will not happen unless you take the steps towards your goal. And so if you had nothing on your calendar last week, then take the steps and put 1 to 2 things on your calendar next week, and know that you have this lovely family that believes in you and knows that you can do it and knows that you can kick butt. So just do it, you guys. Just do it. So it's been a pleasure being with you this evening. And a couple announcements. Just want to say Monday morning call tomorrow morning. Get on it. Listen to our call. And Long Beach is going $99 till the end of the month, and Cancun to the end of the month as well, to be able to book your rooms and get it on payment. So don't wait. Get it all in. And I can't wait to see you all in October. So have a wonderful week. I can't wait to hear about all your successes. Love you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
That was
Awesome.
awesome.
That was awesome. You
Yeah.
both
Yay.
are amazing.
Thank you.
very much. Thank
You guys are
so
awesome.
much. Thank you. That was
Thanks
great.
so much, everyone. Have a great night.
Okay.
Thank you.